Hi, I am so excited to be sharing your first little video as part of this coaching program. And this one is all about dedicating a space in your home for an altar. And an altar is something where when you go to that space, you have sacred objects, maybe crystals, cards, possibly statues, different things that mean things to you. It can be a place where you go to meditate in front of, to set intentions or pray. It could be something where it's just meant to make you smile as you walk by. Okay, so it's like a whole variety of things here for an altar space. So I'm going to give you a little peek into my altar space. So we'll just turn around here. This is my first altar, aka it's a giant bookshelf. So a lot of people maybe use a small table like this to set up an altar. Here's another idea of a small table. This is my little workspace. You guys have probably seen plenty of live streams, but this little round table here, I choose not to use those because my kids tend to knock stuff over and play with stuff that they can sort of see through. And I needed it a little bit up higher. Again, kids, choking hazards, just things that are precious to me that I don't want to be continuously replacing. And when they can learn to have the respect they need for them, they can play with them a little bit more. I've had to give them a lot of leniency. So as you can see, down at the bottom, books, a little bit messy down there at the bottom. Up here, I've got most of my decks of cards on that top shelf. In the middle shelf here, this is kind of where the altar really begins. So I'll sort of try to sort of zoom in here. As you can see, I've got an altar space here that has crystals. It's got a statue. The statue is of Saint Germain. It's also got some decks of cards. I've got the Ascended Masters deck right here in the middle. Over here, I also have a candle with the image of Mother Mary. I have the Mother Mary deck. I have a dried red rose from, I have two Mother Mary decks. I have a dried red rose from my retreat. I have like an albacore shell right there with some angel cards in them. I also have some fresh flowers over here. So this is an important piece of kind of like one of those things that you can have as part of your altar: crystals, statues, fresh flowers, an offering. It's really nice to make an offering for the energies that are held within your altar. Here I have some of my very favorite books that are all about Ascended Masters and really learning and researching more about them. Up here at the top, like I said, I've got a whole bunch of more cards, but I have some sentimental things. Like my son, for Mother's Day, he dyed this ribbon right here in preschool. He made this. This is something he made, as simple as it is. It's, that plastic that you you heat up with a blow dryer and it melts together. But he gives it to me and he's like, "Oh, are you going to put that in your meditation room? Are you going to put it in your meditation room?" So it means a lot to him. I have books, all spiritual books, all those types of books. Obviously I have a bottle of lotion hanging out here. I thought I got everything weird out of my altar space. Sometimes this is also the dressing room. You might have seen a flash of like changing table. Yeah, I have to share my meditation room space. Here's my second altar. Okay, so this is an old piece of furniture. It's called a secretary. And I was able to steal it. It's my husband's family piece of furniture, but I've created another altar space in here. On this shelf, I have a dedication to the Egyptian lineage. I've got Goddess Isis and Thoth. I've got Isis decks. I've got the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I've got a National Geographic that talks about the ancient world. I've got my amazing and beautiful Ankh. Okay, so when you listen to more about Isis, and when you listen to the Magdalene Mary of the goddesses I'm talking about, there's just we're going to be listening to so many amazing things. This is what an Ankh is. Okay, so this is a copper one with Lumerian crystal, quartz crystal, and it's just so beautiful. It was handmade. I went to a retreat last year and I met the person who creates these. He was part of one of the facilitators of the retreat. And so I had it created with my vibration, my energy. Oh, look, there's a toddler bed that nobody sleeps in because my toddler sleeps on the couch. So let's come down here. Let's visit Kuan Yin. So beautiful Kuan Yin here. I've got a couple of Kuan Yin oracle decks. Kuan Yin's meant to work with dragon energy as well. So I decided to put my yoni eggs that haven't made it inside my yoni yet. I decided to put those here as dragon eggs. I have my dragon oracle deck back there. I have some sage. Well, this isn't sage. This is another bundle of something or other I've never burned. But that's another addition. Where's my sage? Oh, it's up here in my other altar space. So that's another addition. I've got fresh flowers over here. You can put candles in there. You can put things like these singing bowls. So really kind of just like anything that you want to dedicate as sacred. I've got my pendulum that I use when I work in people's Akashic records. So it's really a space for all of your toys, for your metaphysical goodies, for you to go to and sort of hold space for what you're doing, your meditation, your practice, your service. See, I pull cards every day, and I have a different one that I show up, and I talk, I look at, I talk to, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there's just a lot of things. Mine's kind of a messy altar, but you know what is really special to me? I'll show you one last thing. Of all the times I tell my kids not to play with my altar, they do respect it. And then my son went to a yard sale, a garage sale. Check this out. And he created his own altar after finding a little Buddha. It's so dark in here right now. But I decided to give him a couple crystals. There's a dried flower. Can you believe that? It is so cute. So this is one of your opportunity assignments this week, is to create an altar space. Clear out your home, dedicate sort of a sanctuary, a meditative spot, a place where you can go to just breathe. And also where you can put some crystals, some statues, some candles, flowers, some sage, whatever it is. It's a place to put that stuff and have it there for whenever you need it. So I encourage you to have fun with this exercise, and you don't have to go very fast. You can go slow. You can add to it as you feel called. Mine did not develop overnight. It's been years in the making. So don't be intimidated by altars. And if you do it, you know, your kids, the people around you, they may just follow suit with making up their own little altar. Yard sale Buddha. Have a great day, guys.